How you guys doing? This is very important in reference to the history. There are politicians that are possibly trying to call themselves Mark Ray. There's possibly CIA or FBI or NSA people or people in dirty government trying to call themselves Mark Ray. You know, these people kidnapped me back in the 80s and held me hostage. Then they made a fake birth certificate as they were demanding ransom money from my mother. So they held me hostage under the Mark Ray name, and they've been calling me Mark Ray. My mother, Doris Duke, even went into court with documents of my identity and proved who I am, and then I went home with my mother. Then these people kidnapped me again, and these people got sued for holding me hostage every time. They're supposed to get sued and prosecuted. These people in government are trying to call themselves Mark Ray, and they've been stealing my money in postal mail, claiming they thought their name was Mark Ray. We need the records department to evaluate anybody else in this country, not me, anybody else that claims to be Mark Ray. Do you understand that? And I need my birth certificate, my birth identification on my driver's license. My mother is Doris Duke, my father's Walt Disney. Is that not what it says? And these people held me hostage under the Mark Ray name because these people plotted and planned to steal when people tried to send me money under the name Mark Ray that they had been holding me hostage under. Like my mother was like, okay, so they're holding me under the name Mark Ray, so then my mother tried to send me money under the name Mark Ray. Then they had some government man trying to call himself Mark Ray when these people had kidnapped me and called me Mark Ray and held me hostage, calling me Mark Ray all these fucking years. Even when I went to different states, even when I went back home to my mother's mansion and my father's mansions back in the day, they kidnapped me again and they demanded ransom again. And they stole the monies and the monies that people sent to me under the name Mark Ray. So they had plotted in their game of holding me hostage under the name Mark Ray. And when people tried to send me money, this government man had made fake identification, calling himself Mark Ray, and he has been stealing my money, going into banks and trying to cash checks that say Mark Ray on them. And he's trying to use my social security number. And he's trying to use other information of my identity. Do you understand that? Meaning, my birth name is not Mark Ray. Everybody knows that. You know, I'm the son of Walt Disney and Doris Duke. My birth name is the same as my parents. But this man that orchestrated this Mark Ray name hostage situation, and my mother copywritten the name Mark Ray. So these people that stole monies and checks or credit cards under the name Mark Ray, those people need to get arrested for trying to use the name Mark Ray, of which these people had held me hostage under the name Mark Ray. And the man stealing the money is obviously funneling money to presidents or former presidents or government people. And those people need to get arrested for holding me hostage, calling me Mark Ray. Then my mother had it copywritten that they were holding me under the name Mark Ray. And then these people was stealing all the monies my mother ever sent and ever delivered. So in reference to their scam of them trying to steal my birth name, and Walt Disney World said one of their people showed up and tried to claim to be my name, my birth name. They go straight to prison for life no matter who the fuck they are. Don't try to steal my birth name. And your activity of claiming that you thought you were Mark Ray, which the name is copywritten. There was nobody else in the whole country being called Mark Ray when they started calling me Mark Ray. So anybody else that picked up that name claiming they were trying to call themselves Mark Ray, those people need to get arrested. And they need to do background checks on them. There was a sheriff that told me in Indianapolis there was like 23 Mexicans or 23 different people trying to use the name Mark Ray, and all those people had criminal records. All those people on there that have the name, they claim their name was Mark Ray, all those people have to be ordered into court, and they have to do a background check on all of them. Don't try to include me in that ring of people claiming their name was Mark Ray. That's not me. Those people they were all Mexican or some other race or Middle Eastern, and they claimed that their name was Mark Ray, or they were Germans, they have to get ordered into court. Order everybody in the court that's trying to use the name Mark Ray.